Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing myself repairing this Schecter custom Synyster Gates signature model guitar. If you watched to the end of my last series where I fixed up a heavily tortured D&ML, you get to see that this guitar is another one that I bought to be able to repair. I actually picked this one up on Facebook Marketplace, and it was kind of interesting because the seller was claiming that the crack was just finish cracks and that the guitar just wasn't set up, and that's why all the strings were out of tune and the action was super high. But I've got a fun fact for y'all about Mothman here. I've been a luthier for years and I'm not stupid, so I knew that it was definitely a structural crack just by this one photo that they had on the listing. Another telltale sign is that this is one of the nicer older versions of this guitar with a Floyd Rose original, Duncan Invader pickups, and a set neck instead of a bolt-on. And on the used market, these sell for around $800 to $1,000 depending on the condition, and this dude had it listed for many hundreds of dollars cheaper than that. So needless to say, I kind of knew exactly what I was getting myself into before I met up with the guy. But here we have the guitar before us now, and we're gonna fix this thing. If you've been following along with the video portion of the video, you can see that I've taken out the pickups and the back covers off. And obviously it's because I'm going to be repairing the guitar, but also it's because I want to see if the crack extends any further than what we can see right now. And looking here into the neck pickup cavity, everything kind of starts to make a lot more sense. You can see that the crack extends down all the way to the bottom of the set neck joint, basically meaning that the neck's trying to separate from the body, but the body's trying to hold on to the love that they had, and we're going to come in and repair this broken marriage. So here I am drilling holes. I only have two hands, and this is a pretty tight crack. Oh, that sounds bad. But I thought that drilling holes would probably be a little bit easier than trying to force this thing back open to get the glue in, because every time that I tried to pry it apart, I had to put a lot of pressure on it, and I heard some cracking noises, which is never good. So I'm drilling lots of holes. While you watch me clamp up this guitar, I just want to add in this little side note, word of the wise, if you will. For anyone working on a guitar or really any type of woodworking, always read up on the type of glue that you're using and how much you're allowed to dilute it. Titebond glue can be thinned out with water up to 5% by volume or weight, and adding any more than that can decrease how well it bonds to the wood. So that's from the Titebond page itself. I'm pretty sure they know all about their own glue. So I'm staying faithful to what the glue gods say. I've also seen a lot of debate around if you should use Titebond or hide glue. Either or is totally fine with me. I don't really care. I've never worked a lot with hide glue, but I can definitely understand for vintage instruments that restoration and keeping it consistent across the board. I get it, and use it if you know how to work with it. But personally, I'm gonna stick with the tried and true Titebond glue. Because it's never failed me. I've always used it, and all the shops I've worked in pretty much strictly use Titebond, as well as just some cyanoacrylate and things of that nature. I know that like certain hide glues and stuff have problems with heat resistance and problems with resistance to moisture and things of that nature, and that can weaken the joint, and I want this to be super strong, rock hard, and hopefully harder than the wood itself, which Titebond apparently claims to be. So with that all clamped up, it's just time to play the waiting game. I actually ended up adding this second clamp on, just kind of braced up against the neck here. This one is just, it's not super tight, just kind of like snug, just to make sure it gets more even pressure up towards the top of the crack. And again, you really don't want to put a ton of pressure on the neck here, so yeah, it's more just kind of like snug than like cranked down tight. It's been about a day, and here we are unclamping. Again, if you guys watched my last series on the D&ML, you know that I wet sanded that guitar, and I'm going to start doing the same here in a second after I kind of clean up and level this off. I start going through the grits all the way up to 3000 grit, just kind of swirling it out and blending it in with the glossy finish. And then afterwards we just use the same old dirty sock to polish her up. Alright, so now that it's all shined up, here it is. Definitely not too bad looking. Kind of try to get it in the light here a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, the wet sanding worked pretty good, making this like fading this area back into the gloss. But other than that, you know, it's a repair. It holds. It's a little ugly, especially up by like the neck area where the two different wood types kind of merge together. I don't think I'm gonna go for like a refinish or anything, because it honestly, I thought this was gonna need like a lot more work to get this neck to hold on here. I guess we won't really know until I put the strings on and set it up and everything, which that's another reason why I don't want to do a refinish, because if I pay money for a refinish and then this cracks back open, you know, that kind of sucks. So I want to make sure it holds. I'm going to play it for a while as it is. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, feel free to comment down below what your favorite part is. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, because most of you guys aren't subscribed, as my analytics say. And yeah, leave a like if you want to, leave a dislike. I don't judge, that's you guys' job. But I will see you guys all next time when we rewire and set up this guitar.